I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? You know, we don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street, hey, everybody, I'm writing on the rocks. Look at that, do it. And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He'd just show up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck, I don't know. Put a hat on or don't, nobody gives a shit. This is weird, I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do, it's just my thing, just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck, I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve, they were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it, it was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes, that's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? Saith the Lord. I had a dream the other night. I had a dream that I was a little Japanese girl. I did. I'm not usually somebody else in my dream, but in this dream I was way not me. I was a little 7-year-old Japanese girl. And I remember I was like walking around and I was scared because there's these guys with swords and they were cutting the heads off of children. And I was like, oh, scared. Oh, it's a man with a sword. I mean, I can't help, it's a dream. I can't help. I dream in black and white and stereotypes. I can't help it. Oh, I'm so scared. And the guys with the swords are like, whoa, whoa, and they're cutting the heads off of children. I was like, oh. But also, they have these chocolate coconut donuts. And they're eating them. And I was like, oh. But also I was like, oh, I want one of those fucking donuts. Like the real, you know, I wanted to really ask them for a donut. But I was scared of having my head cut off. So I guess it just means be yourself. I think that's what the dream meant. That's as much as I could figure out about it.
Yeah. I also had a house break-in. This is a true story, right? Me and another comic called Steve Hughes were sitting at home, and I kid you not, this is what happened. 2 guys came through the window, one with a hammer, one with a machete. If you look at the side of my head, I got like a scar there. Yeah. They cut my head, right? They tied us up and all that type of stuff. Then they drove off out of my house, and they got caught speeding in my car before we'd ever made the call or whatever, right? They're now serving 12 years in prison for grievous bodily harm, aggravated burglary, attempted rape, and possession of... Wait.
You can't gloss over that. You can't just have that as part of your list.
I forgot to mention my girlfriend was in the house.
Wow.
If I can't say the N-word on radio, I thought I couldn't get away with getting into graphic details about that.
Listen to us, it's like, oh, it's your girlfriend. All right, that's not interesting. That's not interesting. We thought you got raped. His roommate or something.
Why attempted? Was he nervous or what?
No, because they left before and they held the knife to her throat, and the cops just want to put it... They also got him for possession of drugs, right? Which was brilliant because they were my drugs, right?
They stole your drugs.
They stole like a little bag of weed and a gram of coke that my flatmate had, right? And the cops are questioning us, and they go, Mr. Jeffries, one last thing. Do you know anything about those drugs?
Oh, yeah, you're going to admit to that in a second.
And I went, no, I don't know anything about them. And the cop goes, funny, your fingerprints are all over them. And I went, they made me touch it.
That's the attempted rape. That's probably how they got caught. They're like,
what's that, sorry?
He knew, but he just let it go.
Yeah, the cops were laughing about it afterwards, right? And these two blokes got 12 years, man. That's a long sentence. And the thing is, when they broke into our house, they thought we were drug dealers, me and me other mate, the other guy. They thought we were drug dealers because, well, I have the lifestyle of a drug dealer. I never seem to go to work. I drive a nice car. If someone knocks on the door at 3 PM, I'll answer in my underwear, eating a bowl of cereal.
That's drug
you know what I mean? That's drug dealer behaviour, right?
Or so comedian.
Comedian. And they just assume, and they came in. And when they were tying me up, I thought they were going to tie everyone else up in the house, right? So I acted like they were doing it a bit tight on my wrist, so that when everyone else was tied up, I could break free and do some of my ninja moves, right? But that turned out they only tied me up and kept me hostage.
You know, when they got pulled over, that's probably how they got caught, was the drugs, because they got pulled over and it's just speeding. It's just, okay, and then we're going to search the car. Oh, there's drugs here. Those aren't mine. Whose are they? They belong to the guy who I just tied up and tried to rape his girlfriend. Oops.
Yeah, they went for a big high-speed chase. There's at one stage during the break. I can speak about this now. The court case over, right? One stage during the case, right? I'm on the ground tied up, and my head's been cut, and my other flatmate's laying on the ground. My girlfriend's laying under the duvet in the bed. The nicer one out of the two blokes, right, good guy, right, he walks over to, like, the chest of drawers, and I've got, like, pictures of my nephews and nieces, and he picks up one of the pictures, he goes, either you guys got kids, right, and my best mate, he doesn't have a kid, goes, 5-year-old boy, and I thought, I'm laying on the ground bleeding, they're going to kill me now, I'm the one they're going to kill.
Yeah, because he's got kids. No, it's my kid lying.
Yeah, so I went, 4-year-old girl, and then we tried to trump each other, right? And I swear to God,
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, my mate goes, my one's retarded.
No way.
I kid you not.
And the guys with the machete going,
Why did he cut your head? How did that happen?
What happened was, I've also got a scar on top of my finger. And there was one guy who was really sadistic with a machete. It was like a sugar cane cutting one, like a big curved sort of 2 foot 2 inch thing. And they tied me up head to feet. And then my mate sort of made a bit of a sort of a lunge at him, trying to fucking, sorry, trying to fix. My mate made a bit of a lunge at him, trying to fix all the problem and all that type of stuff. So the guy said, "Don't do that again," and sliced the side of my head, right? And then blood was pumping out of my head just into like a puddle in front of me, and I'm tied up. And you think you'd be really nervous, but under that much pressure, the human brain just leaves. Like literally, my head was just going, da, 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 da. Right? I was like, nothing had happened at all. My girlfriend's crying under the thing, and then he tied me up with the power cord from my girlfriend's hair straighteners. And then when they cut me free, she didn't cry when they said they were going to rape her, right? But when she saw that power cord was cut, she was upset. She was like, "You can only get this brand in America." I had to order away for these. I swear to God, this story is true. I'm not making this up.
So how they said they were going to rape her and they just left?
They were doing it more to taunt us why they were in the house. I don't think they ever really were, but the cops just wanted to slap as much on them.
Wow. They should. Good. A machete. Good.
So you need guns in... You need guns in your house.
Yeah.
Aunt's a big fan of
them.
The
thing is, the first thing I knew, I'm sitting in my living room chair, and then the guy comes through the window on the second story. And
no alarm?
No, well, the second story was open. We were in the house.
No alarm?
Yeah, but you don't have an alarm on while you're walking through your house.
Of course you do.
Oh, well, I didn't.
No guns?
Right, no guns.
Everywhere?
No. So the guy put the machete. I was just sitting around in my underwear. He's there with the knife to me throat going, "Get me your car keys, get me your car keys." And I'm like, "Look, man, every morning it takes me a little while to find them. Like, you know, when there's a machete to my throat. Let me rummage for a moment."
Yeah, when my grandparents lived in Mexico City.
I mean, what am I capable of? I'd like to think that I'm a nice person, but I don't know, man. A lot of it is context. There's a lot of things I wonder if the world was different. Like if murder was legal, I might have killed a few people. I don't know. I'd love to think, oh, I would never do that. But we really need the law against murder. For one simple reason. The law against murder is the number one thing preventing murder. We'd like to think it's because, like, oh, I would never do that. No, it's because it really sucks getting caught murdering. A lot. If murder was legal, or just a misdemeanor, like you get a thing in the mail, oh shit, they had a camera there. Oh, well. If murder was legal, there would be so much murder. Regular people would murder. Murderers would murder even more. And then really nice, sweet people would murder a few people. But nobody would murder no people. You wouldn't trust somebody who didn't murder. If murder was legal, you wouldn't like them. I never killed anybody. Okay, nice meeting you. Ugh. What a creep. I mean, not even a hooker. Live a life. What's wrong with that guy? He's like a Mormon or some shit. I hate those guys. I think he's nice. Shut up, Janet. It would just... If murder was legal, there would be a lot of murder. Children would behave very differently. Because mostly parents would be murdering their own kids. That's mostly what would happen if murder was legal. You'd be, you know, you go to a mall, there'd be like 8 different moms in the mall just, I told you to stop it! You didn't listen to me! You'd be stepping over dead kids. It would be like a new problem. You have to clean up your kids when you kill them, because it's gross. It's bad for the environment. If you murder your child in a public place, please use one of the red bags that are in the dispensers every 3 feet of America. Put your murdered child in the red bag with a logo of a murdered kid on it. Next to the other logo that tells you not to let your alive kid play with a plastic bag because they might suffocate. In which case you could just leave them in the bag. That is a whole bunch of horrible thoughts right in a row. Right in a row. That is a compressed area of bad thought.
I was talking to my friend the other day about Jesus, Christ. And I don't remember why, but I happened to mention that Jesus was Jewish. And my friend said, he was? And I said, yeah, Jesus was Jewish. And he said, I don't think so. And I said, that's okay. It already all happened. Doesn't matter what you think. But he argued with me. He was like, dude, Jesus couldn't be Jewish. Think about it. I'm like, you fucking think about it, you idiot. What was he then in your... What was he, Presbyterian? What was he? Catholic? Okay, Jesus was Catholic. And he had a gold chain with a cross. And when they nailed him up, he was like, oh, that's why we have those. That finally makes sense. I didn't even know. Oh, fuck, that's me. I'm the little guy on it. Every religion has a strange story or a rule that doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, every time there's a terrorist act, they always tell you on the news about how they believe they're all going to heaven, and every guy who does a jihad thing, and he gets 72 virgins. That's right, that's the story always. 72 virgins, which, first of all, who are those women? Who are the 72 virgins? Does God have to kill 72 nice girls? And, all right, ladies, the good news is you're going to heaven. The weird news... Or does God just make them fresh like farm-raised salmon? He just whips up 72 women. All right, nobody fuck these. I'm saving them for that guy. It's a weird concept. You get your own 72 virgins for all eternity. First of all, they're only virgins when you first get them. Once you start fucking them, it's over. After a week, he's like, I only have 3 left. And 69 whores. That has to be one of the more confusing moments in God's life, when he's handing off 72 virgins to some guy who just blew up a bus in Tel Aviv. And he's like, all right, what the fuck am I doing? I don't even know anymore. I need a drink. My wife and I, we've been married for about 9 years now, so we're almost done. And after 9 years and 2 kids, you start looking at each other like, no, no, I'm not gonna just keep doing this. Who would do that? We went to therapy for a while, and the therapist was like, one day he goes, you should go on a date. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not going. I did go on a date with my wife, and I don't think I'm gonna call her again. It wasn't really fun. Some things do get easier as you've been married for a while. You start to understand each other better, and you start looking at yourself more. You spend a lot of your marriage looking at the other person and trying to change them or figure them out. Then you start realizing what you're bringing to the table, and you blame them less for shit, you know? Like, my wife will never fuck me again. I know that now. But I just feel differently about it. I used to get mad. I used to be like, she hasn't fucked me in months. How could she do that to me? Now I look at myself, and I'm like, how did she fuck me for years? She fucked me for years. She couldn't possibly have enjoyed most of those fucks. Which means she took about 500 for the team. You gotta respect that shit. I think it's hard for women to have sex if they don't feel like it. It's not a skill they have generally. Men have it, that's just different. We have different sexual skills. Men can fuck whatever, we don't care. We'll fuck you if we don't like you, everybody knows that. But we'll fuck you even if we don't feel like fucking you. Even if we're not hard. Like, I'll fuck you, give me a second, I'll find a way. We don't care. We'll fuck things. We'll fuck a rusty keyhole nailed to a donkey's ass. We don't give a shit. We are jizz on demand. We just we don't care. Women have another skill, which is that they can decide whether or not to have sex with their minds, which is amazing to me. A woman can decide not to fuck in the middle of fucking. That is so weird to me, that they can just stop because of some other shit that distracted them. If I'm fucking you, you could show me a picture of you cutting my mom's head off. And I'll be like, whoa. As soon as I come, we're gonna have a talk about that picture. That's really...
The tweets about Louis.
Yes.
That was
Who?
Louis Katz? Can you? I literally didn't know about it until the next day because I've taken Twitter off my phone, and I saw
too.
one.
Have you?
Were you getting flack for that, or can you walk us through like just what happened there with your thinking? Was it?
Well, I think we all want Louis to talk about what he's going through in a way that is, inward searching, lets us know what he makes of it all, because there's so much to say about it. And that's, when someone says, I'm going to go away and try to think about this. I didn't look at it in the right way before. So when they return and they don't say a word about it, that's kind of weird, because that's what we were hoping that you would do, is say, hey, I kind of get it now. I'm trying to do right by these people. I'm trying to evolve as a person. So he's not saying that at all. Mm-hmm. He's just punching down at, kids who got shot at or whose friends died. And you go, what's really what's your angle here if you're making fun of trans people? And I just thought to myself, I know we all talk about everything. You do it all the time. I've never watched you and thought like, oh God, but if you're the guy trying to say to the
You didn't
world,
see the new special?
I hurt people and I get it. I get it. Your comeback material shouldn't be mocking kids whose friends were murdered. We all looked up to him. He inspired us. He pushed us to work harder. He pushed us to think deeper. He represented something to people. And so when you come back from hurting people and what you're talking about on stage just hurts other people, we're allowed to say publicly,
oh, he's still hurting.
This is kind of,
how come no
we're
one
allowed
said...
to, we're allowed to, I mean, he doesn't have a right to not be criticized. It's not like he's in a bubble and we're supposed to be secretive about his act. He's on a public stage. He's getting paid. And so the opposite could be that you go, well, I'm just not going to say anything. But somewhere out there, and I know this is something that like a lot of comedians don't care about, somewhere out there, there are kids whose friends are dead. And they're trying to get over it. And this guy they probably used to really look up to saying, you're not interesting.
But that's...
And it's helpful to them for someone to go, you know what, that. I don't agree with what he's saying. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Louis should keep working on his act. But that crowd is kissing his ass so hard. And so much of that material is so weak and from such a demented point of view that why shouldn't he hear from certain people like, hey, Louis, you're kind of out of tune right now. And maybe it helps Louis for somebody other than that crowd to go. And so it's not abstract. You're talking comedy theory. There are people, this isn't like, like a vague joke. He's talking about people whose names we know. We know Cameron and David and Emma. We know who they are. So give them a break. At some point, I choose being a human being over like comedy theory. We could talk about everything. We're working on shit. Maybe tomorrow the bit will get better. That's fine. But those kids are reading all about this guy they probably looked up to.
Sure, but
so
that's
someone
not
should
his
go, you know what? I got
responsibility.
your back on this. I want you guys to get better.
So what other jokes should people like this? Now you're getting into an area of, because there are, of course, it was a real tragedy. No one's denying it was horrible or that it was disgusting what happened or the gun violence. Yeah, that's all very accurate. But I know people that have put guns in their own mouths. So should I not make fun of suicide?
Yeah,
so
right.
when you do a joke, you're only worried about the people who might be affected by the joke. Well, that narrows our corridor a lot.
But should I tweet, hey guys, I think Louis is going to adjust his angle, so don't worry about the fact that even though you almost died, he says you're uninteresting.
No. But let me ask you, when you do a movie, and I know you improv a lot in film, you like, which is great because you allow people to improv.
Sure.
Would you want all of those dailies released as the finished product? Like, for instance, I'm sure people have said things, whether it was on the set or in a film, improving, because you allow that were tasteless or that were rude or that didn't work in the scene. Would you want all that to come out and have your final product judged on these moments that may or may not have made the final cut? This is a work in progress.
I know. But you could say that forever. We all work on our acts for a decade. But he is in a public place. He is being paid.
But that's why I don't think it's about the material.
But it was illegally uploaded. It was not meant to be.
Well,
My favorite sex position. My favorite sexual position is reverse cowgirl, but I'm on top. Are you picturing it? It's good. It's really good. Nobody gets pregnant. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to learn things about myself. I got a scale for my bathroom. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just interested in the data. And I did learn something. I learned this because I weigh myself every night before I go to bed. And then I also weigh myself in the morning when I get up. And here's what I learned. I weigh 2 pounds less every morning than when I went to bed. And I found out why. It's because I shit in my bed every night. I do. I take a full 2-pound dump in bed. And then I turn out the lights and I go to sleep. Because I don't want to sleep alone. Your needs change when you get older. At my age, a big pile of shit's as good as anybody.
I mean, John Legend is distancing himself from me and buying more Christmas sweaters in the middle of spring also. So I'm not saying that, they're making the right decisions. She's being influenced, but I guarantee you what's not finna happen, we not finna see her in one of them John Legend Christmas sweaters no time soon.
But do you talk to her? Are you still in touch with each other?
Wait a second, don't you think it's like funny to like make a joke out of stuff sometimes? Don't you think like God has a sense of humor?
Of course.
But watch this. God, when I got married, I bought this house. I did this tour and spent all the money I had on this house to like surprise Kim and give her this house that she wanted, that Lisa Marie Presley used to own. And then I got the house, and then I put all this money into renovation. And then there goes the neighborhood. Drake moves down the street 5 blocks. And that's when I knew God was funny. But watch, this is where God is even funnier. Here goes like Louis C.K. Part 2 level, because Louis C.K. is the funniest man alive. Uncancel him now, right? So and he was funnier before he's canceled because all he would do is type of jokes that you'd get canceled on, right? So
There's no opening act. Fuck it. Let's start. Let's just start. Get your seats. Get your beers. Everybody, go ahead. Sit down. Kill the house lights. Let's just start. Let's just start a show. There's no point in screwing around. I'll do all the announcements that you would have heard. Please turn off your cell phones. You can take pictures, but turn off the flash. That's stupid because it's not. Like when you're watching the World Series and there's all like that, like your flash is lighting Yankee Stadium. Just leave your flash off. If you don't yell out during the show. If you have something you want to say to me, totally, this is what we do. We write it down, and then you go outside in the lobby, and then you go home and you kill yourself because. That's selfish. This is a rhetorical performance. It's got nothing to do with you. Don't text or Twitter during the show. Just live your life. Don't keep telling people what you're doing. Just because also, it lights up your big dumb face. It lights it up. I see this beautiful sea of darkness and then just one guy. So don't do that. What else? No Jews. I think they said that earlier, but they told me I have to say it. Jews aren't allowed. If you're Jewish, this is a good time to go. If you see somebody kind of Jewy looking, then please tell an usher, and they will. Sir, come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Hi. It's nice to see you.
It's nice. Let's talk about some shit. I always want to start conversations that way. Just get right to the talking. Let's talk about some shit. It's always disappointing to me when people talk about the weather, because that means you didn't really want to talk about anything. You know, like I was in my elevator today. I got in my elevator, and one of my neighbors got on. I don't know his name. I'll die not knowing his name. But we're on the elevator, so we look at each other, and there's that moment. And there's always that moment where, like, maybe something could happen. There's a little potential in that moment. And you wait, and you go, it's cold. Fuck, nothing happened. Like, you cop out. And you just say meaningless shit. You have a competition of how stupid you can be. Oh, I can't believe 8 months ago it was 50 degrees out. But what if you didn't do that? What if you didn't cop out? What if you just let the moment linger? Don't go to the weather and just, maybe you could have a real moment. You just stand there, look at each other. I haven't talked to my dad in 8 years. Thank you. Thank you. Sit down, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Nice to, all right, nice to see you all. Thanks for coming. I've been thinking about you all day. How are you? How was your last couple of years? How was 2018 and 19 for you guys? Anybody else get in global amounts of trouble? Anybody else? Fuck. That was crazy. Man, I was in a lot of trouble. Wait till they see those pictures of me in blackface. That's gonna make it a lot worse. Because there's a lot of those. There's thousands of pictures of me in blackface. I can't stop doing it. I like it. I like how it feels. Fuck, man, that was... You know what? I learned a lot. I learned how to eat alone in a restaurant with people giving me the finger from across the room. When you get in trouble, you learn who your real friends are. It's true. People like saying that like that's a good thing. Who the fuck wants to know who their real friends are? You don't want to know that, believe me. You don't want to know. It's never who you want it to be. It's not your cool friends, and it's not your fun friends. It's your real friends. I'm here for you. I fucking know that. I have this friend, she's the best person I know, but I sometimes want to punch her in the face because she's so nice. Because I'm not a good person. Like, I'll tell her something I'm having problems with, and she'll say, I'm gonna pray on that for you. I have a feeling when she prays, God's like, ugh. Fuck. This one makes me want to get out of the business. Just a couple more little things. I'll tell you, I was talking about being sick, and I remember one time I had a stomach flu. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me. I don't know if you've ever had a stomach flu where your stomach just felt like knives, and I was just laying in bed like, and my wife's like, fuck you. And I had to amp up how sick I am to get any sympathy. I was like, I think this is serious. I might have internal bleeding right now. I actually said that. And she's like, well, then go to the hospital. That's how much she loves me. Just then go to the hospital. If you're that sick, go to the hospital. Otherwise, get the fuck up and help me with the kids. So I went to the hospital. This is a true story. I drove myself to the hospital on the whole way there. I'm like, I hope I have cancer. I want cancer so I can shove it up her ass. Please give me cancer. And I get to the hospital, and then I feel stupid. They're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I have a stomach ache. And they go, well, just come see the doctor. So I see the doctor, and she goes, how bad is the pain between 1 and 10? I'm like, fucking 10. Who doesn't say 10? Who goes like, you know what, 3, I'm fine, I'll go home. 10, I want drugs. I ran out of the Percocet I stole from my wife when she had the first baby. I need new drugs. So the doctor goes, well, that's really bad. You must have really violent spasms. So she gave me opiate suppositories, which is really a huge dilemma. Because I like opium. Who doesn't? It's perfect. But you have to put it in your own asshole. And I'm not a person that can just pop shit in my ass. I just can't do it. I wanted to like hire a dude to just grab me and shove it in my ass like when I wouldn't know when it would happen. Because I just freaked out. Like, I'm in my bathroom with my pants down, and I have this little thing, and they're designed to go nicely into a person's asshole. There's a whole lab where they're testing a bunch of some dude starts with something like this. Oh, no, that's far too big. Well, that has spikes. Why'd you do that? That's no good. Oh, that's nice. So that's the one I got. And I just have it pressed against gently my asshole, just touching it, and I'm having an anxiety attack. Just sweat pouring off my head. I'm like, fuck. Shit. Dude, just fucking do it. Come on. Don't be a faggot. Just shove it up your ass. Come on. Finally, I cram one in there, and holy shit, is that the greatest moment of my entire life. Because it's pure opiate pleasure that begins at your asshole. And it spreads from there, and it feels like your asshole is feeding you happiness. And you feel it melt, and you're like, oh, fuck, that's really good. Oh, shit, yeah. Okay, more things in my asshole, please. Yes, more things in my asshole forever. Oh, somebody just dip your dick in morphine and fuck me right now, please. I don't know. I like getting older, though. Life is an education, and if you're older, you're smarter. I just believe that. If you're in an argument with somebody and they're older than you should listen to them. It doesn't mean they're right. It means that even if they're wrong, their wrongness is rooted in more information than you have. They've been here longer. If you're older, you're smarter. How many people here by applause are 45 or older? 45 or older, applaud. Okay? That's about 60 people out of 2,400. Here's the interesting thing. There's way more. I can see you. There's so many more. This is Arizona. There are way more people in that demographic, but they didn't clap. Why? Because they're smart. They're sitting in the dark going, I don't have to clap. I don't have to do anything. They're not doing it. And they're right. You know why? Because never identify yourself. Never. Are you crazy? You don't know why I'm asking. How do you know what okay, burn them all. Burn everybody over 45. How do you know I'm not going to do that? How many people here by applause are 40 or younger? 40 or younger, applaud. That's every time. Woo! Woo! Every time. That is a weird thing to celebrate in a room where you're not the only people here. That's like going to a cancer ward. Not me. Woo! I don't have it.
I don't have it. If you're older, you're smarter. A 55-year-old garbage man is 1,000,000 times smarter than a 28-year-old with 3 PhDs. Especially smarter than him. Because this idiot has been thinking about 3 things for like 15 years. He's worthless. The garbage man is 55. He's had some experience. Things have happened to him. He went to Cape Cod one summer. He saw a dead guy floating in the motel pool. He took a bus to Montreal. He got a hand job at a fair from a miner. I mean a miner. Not a minor, a miner. You understand? A miner. A grown man who works in a mine with dirty hands jacked him off at a county fair. That's what I'm saying happened to the 55-year-old. You see? He's had some experience. He knows more. More has happened to him. He's seen more. He's seen history. He's witnessed history, even if it's not ancient history. He saw Nixon resign on live television. Me and those few people that clapped, we saw the President of America cry and then quit being the president. That shit was crazy. Because none of us knew what was going to happen next. Today, people like, the president's kind of disappointing. Really? Our president wept like an insane person and then got in a helicopter and flew away. And the whole nation just watched him go. Thanks for getting through the traffic. I drove here, and on the way here, I saw a bumper sticker on a car, and it said, "Tell your girlfriend I said thanks." Isn't that a little personal for a bumper sticker, really? A bumper sticker should be like, "Hey, I'm in front of you," whatever, you know. Not, "Hey, I fucked your girlfriend." You want that on your car all day for whoever's behind you? Tell your girlfriend I said thanks. How does he know I'm not behind him, just getting mad and crazy, taking it personal, motherfucker? I follow him home. I get out of my car in his driveway with a pipe. What the fuck does that mean? Thank her for what exactly? Wait a minute, you fucked my girlfriend? Then you made that bumper sticker and found me in traffic and got in front of me? Motherfucker. I just beat him to death with a pipe right there in his driveway. And jerk off on his corpse. Didn't need that part. Didn't need it. Story was totally complete without the jerking off on the corpse. It's too late. I was at a bar the other night. Doesn't matter where because I'm lying, but I was... Where you are, you know? I mean, I'm 40 now, and that's, you know, I mean, I'm 40. I'm half dead, basically. 40's a weird age. You get to this point where, like, you're not old enough for anybody to give a shit that you're old. Nobody's like, I helped a 40-year-old guy today, and it felt really good to do something for him. Nobody spends their holidays delivering hot meals to 40-year-olds. And you're not young enough for anybody to ever be proud of you or impressed. They're just like, yeah, do your job, asshole. Nobody cares. And the world looks at you, like when you're 40, if you go to the doctor, guess what? They don't try to fix anything anymore. They stop trying to fix shit. When you get to be 40, they just go, yeah, it starts to happen. They don't care. I went to the doctor because my ankle hurt, right? Now, if you're 20 and you have a bad shoulder, the doctor will reconstruct your shoulder.
through miracles of modern science, he'll take your ear and make a shoulder out of it. It's weird. But when you're 40, they just give you no options. They don't care. I went, because my ankle, like I was limping for like a month out of nowhere. And the doctor, he brings me and he shows me an x-ray of my ankle. He's like, yeah, your ankle's just worn out. What do you mean, I injured my ankle? He's like, no, it's just shitty now. See that dark area? Ugh, it's all hardened. Yeah, they get like that. They're not good anymore. So just goodbye? Nothing? Is there nothing? You just, nothing? There's no, it's like incurable shitty ankle. That's it. And he goes, well, there's things you can do. You can stretch. For a half hour a day, you should stretch your ankle. I was like, how long will that take to fix it? He's like, no, you just do that now. That's just a new thing you do until you and your shitty ankle both die. And he goes, well, you could take a leave. Just take a leave. You could buy it, just take it. And you can take whatever amount. It doesn't matter. Like, don't pay attention to the dosage. Like, really? He's like, yeah, you could take 10 a day. You'd be fine. He said take 10 a leave a day. I said, I heard, doesn't that stuff like hurt your intestines? He goes, oh yeah, it'll do some intestinal damage after a while. But you just gotta weigh that against how much you like your ankle not hurting. And at one point I was like, hey, what if I was like an athlete or something? He goes, you're not an athlete, so no to whatever else you were about to say. Overweight people deal with things that none of us deal with, because I'm not overweight. There's people who are discriminated against because of their weight. I read a story once about a woman who's 600 pounds, and she couldn't get medical care, because everything she goes to the doctor, he just says it's because she's fat, everything. She's like, my knees hurt. He's like, yeah, my knees hurt just looking at you. What did you think was going to happen? She's like, I have chest pains. He says, yeah, because your organs are over capacity, so they're hurting. She's like, I got shot in the head. He's like, yeah, because you're fucking fat. Somebody shot you in the fucking head because you're fat. Here's the worst part of the story, and this is true. This is true. She needed an MRI because she had something serious. She's 600 pounds. She doesn't fit in the machine. You know what they did? They sent her to the zoo. I'm not kidding. They sent her to the fucking zoo. That's what we do for fat people who need an MRI. Hey, here's your prescription. Go to the zoo. Yeah, that's where you should go. You should go to the zoo. By the way, you know how many fat people we have in this country? About 600 trillion billion thousands of them. You know how many trans people there are? About 38. But if you're trans and you need a restroom and it's awkward, we'll change every restroom. But if you're fat and you need an MRI, you go to the zoo, you fat bitch. Just go to the zoo. You go experience that today. What happens when she gets to the zoo? What actually fucking happens when she arrives at the zoo? Are you here to see the monkeys? No, I'm here for an MRI. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, just stand in the straw over here. Yeah. You're after the walrus who has lymphoma. By the way, why is there an MRI machine at the fucking zoo? Who was developing that instead of a fat human being MRI? Who's paying for this shit? You don't give an elephant a fucking magnetic resonance image test. What are you, fucking high? That's obscene. If an elephant is sick, you just listen. You do this thing. Misa thinks she's gonna die today. I'm saying this out of respect for elephants, by the way, because we're supposed to respect how they live. They don't fucking cure their diseases. This is not their culture. This is our word. Let's fix it. Oh, he's sick. That's not how elephants live. An elephant in the Serengeti isn't like, I have a lump, I have to see my oncologist.
When an elephant gets cancer, he falls over and he takes his fucking turn and becomes food. You don't put an elephant in a state-of-the-art... What if you find cancer? What are you gonna give him, chemotherapy? The skinny elephant with a pink baseball hat?
Each day is a gift.
No, I was talking about being 40. Now I'm 41, and how when you go to the doctor, they don't try to fix anything anymore. I go to the doctor because my ankle hurt for 3 months, and the doctor just says, "Yeah, your ankle's worn out. That's all.
Wear and tear.
Just take lots of leave." Yeah, that's what he said. And I'm like, "Well, what if I was an athlete?" And he says, "Well, you're not an athlete, so no."
So we don't have to worry
keep
about
those options off the table. And so I'm grousing about that and getting some laughs. And so a person in that studio, this was on the radio, on the phone, goes, "Really? Because I would think at 40 you would still be getting some solutions from the doctor."
The hole.
Yeah, isn't that weird that it was...
The hole.
The chick.
I mean...
They insist
just
all these...
shuts, and all the laughter stops.
Yeah.
That's...
I would think that at 40 the doctor would still come up with some options for you there.
Thank you.
Why did...
Fun kryptonite.
And so there's a pause, and then I go... Yeah, he didn't is what I'm saying. Where I'm going with this is that he didn't. That's the engine of this piece of comedy. That's how it functions, is that it didn't.
Get it, dummy?
What are you helping by correcting the piece of comedy?
You would think.
The whole point of any piece of comedy is that you're inflating and exaggerating to a comedic effect. So it's the easiest thing to cut the legs out from under it. It's the easiest, stupidest, most worthless thing to do.
I hope you gave her this speech.
No, I didn't. I just said, I packed all of that into, he didn't is what I'm saying.
Right.
And I just sat there so mad, and then the rest of the interview, I'm just like, yeah, and just answering questions yes or no, and I just want to get off the phone.
Well, she doesn't understand because, again, we've said before that when certain holes just leak brains and humor out of them. And that's why when they're on a radio show, they just get up and their seat has funny on it, but the mic has none in it.
No, it's like the fun of the show is a balloon, and she literally put a vagina on the side of the balloon and let the fun out.
They insist on having the women part of these morning shows.
And then there was that was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't remember where. And then there was a show in Albany, and it's a show I really like doing. But we're talking about my kids. And I go, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and I'm divorced now, so I have my kids with me by myself all the time because we share custody. And it's hard. I have to have, like I had to take a dump the other day, and I had to do it. Can I say that? They're not going to.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do it with the door open because I got 2 kids to watch. Nobody else is home, so I can't unless I'm going to gather them into the bathroom to watch Daddy take a poop. I got to have the door open while I'm watching the kids.
Right.
And she goes, same person, basically, just keeps moving other cities within the same morning somehow.
Same genitals,
same
different
day.
show.
Yeah. She goes, really? Because your daughter's 7, I would think that she could take care of herself while you're doing that.
Oh, my God, that's not the point,
Oh,
you
my
idiot.
God.
That's not the point.
And I was like, well, yeah. And then I went the other way with that one. I'm like, okay, that's how you want to do your show?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, I guess that's true. I guess she could have. You're right.
Just clothesline your jokes.
Why would the Jews go into the bar? If they owned it, wouldn't they have been there already going over the books and the deliveries?
Yes.
Yeah, a guy who goes into a bar with a duck on his head, and the bartender says, "What do you want?" or something, and it's always the duck says something. Really, because I didn't think that ducks had the power of speech.
Yes. And why wouldn't the bartender comment on the duck as opposed to just speaking?
Really, because usually when I go to a bar, they don't even talk to me. They just seem real busy.
They're an easier way to keep them from jumping on the bed.
Yeah. Wouldn't a duck fall off?
They are horrendous when it comes to radio.
God.
They're like Andy Rooney with breasts.
No, but here's the thing is that I know many, many funny women, and I don't think it's a female trait. No. But no man has or will ever do that.
No.
In the history of my life.
You kind of know what's going on, and
because only a hole would be that dumb. But as a sex, I don't believe that it's a trait. No, I just make. There's an improv, which is a boring art, but there's art to it, it's called yes and. That's the rule of improv. It means that if somebody posits a idea, you don't say nah, because you've just destroyed the whole show. You say yes and you add something. You accept their premise and you add to it and you keep building that way. You don't just go no. I did improv once, and I just because it made me look good and made them all look bad. I was the no guy, and I shut down every scene that started. They're like, "Oh, sir, isn't this the restaurant where everybody's crazy?" I'm like, "No, it's a fine restaurant. There's nothing going on."
Oh, okay. Could you please tell me where the silly restaurant is?
I never heard of any place like that. Yes. Why would anyone go to a place like that? Wouldn't you want to eat something? Yeah. And everybody just, But I got huge laughs.
I'll have the steak then.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that
really
great?
Good.
Screw them.
You think improv's it is a little bit boring, isn't it, most times?
A
Yeah.
lot of times I've seen improv, it's very good.
No.
All right.
Stupid holes. They just wreck. Why are they such a staple?
Oh, it really is.
Now, Anthony.
But really, even more than that noise, it's that thing of like questioning what is the value of that? What do you think? Is this like the 60 minutes of my bits? Is this like you're exposing my bits so that they won't work and your show will be boring?
We looked into Louis C.K.'s bit and found he wasn't being completely accurate. We visited this doctor that has done much work on 40-year-olds.
It turns out he offered many solutions to Mr. C.K., which he did not bring up during the comedic bit.
I went in with a hidden camera and said I have a problem ankle.
Stop it.
He offered me a lot of solutions.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah, there it is.
You know you're right.
Oh, Anthony. Oh, you know you're going to go to hell for this.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys.
Uh-huh.
That's the best one. It's like, oh, guys, like, stop the craziness now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Now, guys, let's not make fun of people.
Yeah, that's the #1 rule. Let's just not make fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
They're devoid of humor. And if there are people that are funny in the room, it's just over. And I don't know why program directors or shows think it's a good thing to have that. We were told so many times, you guys, I think maybe a girl in there, a woman, her side, her point of... No. Why do we want that on this show?
If you stumbled upon a woman who is really funny and added things, then maybe you'd put her on the show. But to have somebody because that's the way they get put in is, you're here to be on give the women a side of the show, which has to be contrary, has to be just worthless and shutdowny.
Because the women will look at you like you're keeping them in control. The guys think they're in charge, but we all know
who's really in charge here.
Gang rape on the console. Show her who's boss.
We just like doing horrific things to women on our show. Not having them as an equal to what we're trying to do every morning.
What we doing here?
Ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K.
Thank you. That is okay. That's very nice. I hope somebody does that for you someday. It's a very nice thing. I hope you had a good day. That's about all I could do about it is hope. I had a pretty good day. I went out shopping for some things I needed, and now I don't need them because I got them. I got a white noise machine. Do you know what those are, a white noise machine? It's a machine that helps white people sleep at night. Because you shouldn't be able to. I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry. I mean, I feel hungry. I think that's what Americans shouldn't say. I'm hungry. They say I feel hungry. If you ate today, you shouldn't say I'm hungry. Hunger's a real thing. I don't have third world hunger. I have first world hunger. I would like a donut. Some people say I'm starving. That's offensive. I am starving. I haven't eaten since 2. I'm starving. Don't say that. Because some people are starving. And they don't say it. You never see a little kid in Africa with his ribs showing. He's like, I am starving right now. I'm like literally starving to death. It's like annoying. I have 2 kids. I went to my daughter's play the other day. I don't know if you have kids, but there is no more joyful feeling in the human experience than when a child's play is over. It's just, nothing feels that good when you can say, I am not watching that any longer. Every second my daughter's on stage, I can't breathe because I'm so proud of her, but this is a bad show. They worked really hard and it didn't make it good. I'm glad I'm raising girls though, because boys are. I don't like boys. I don't like. That's probably a good thing to say. I don't like boys. I don't think women are better than men, but I do think that men are worse than women. You know, we just have. Like, I was talking to my friend, and he said his girlfriend's mad at him. I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, I guess I said something, and then she got her feelings hurt." It's a weird way to phrase it. She got her feelings hurt. I said something, and then she... Could you more remove yourself from responsibility? She got her feelings hurt. It's like saying, yeah, I shot this guy in the face, and then I guess he got himself murdered. I don't know what happened. I just shot... He leaned into it. I didn't know. I've never been murdered. I'm gonna die someday. I accept that. I don't know what happens afterwards. Some people say you go to heaven. I'm totally going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. By the way, this is the only voice I know how to do. I'm totally going to heaven. It's the only voice I have. I can't like do impressions. Like this is my impression of the president. I'm the first black president. I'm like literally the first black president. I don't know, do you guys think there's a heaven? If you believe you're going to heaven, clap if you think you're going to heaven. You think you're going to heaven?
Yes.
Really? How old are you?
21.
21, and you're a lock for heaven already. You already got it. Been a grown-up for 3 years. You couldn't possibly make a mistake. Well, good luck. Personally, I don't think there's a heaven. I think maybe there's a God, but there's no heaven. I think that's the best news you're going to get. You die, and you're like, hey, God. And he's like, yep. And you're like, where's heaven? And he's like, I don't know who's telling people that. But I'm supposed to make a universe and then another whole amazing place for afterwards? You guys are greedy dicks down there. Well, where do I go? Just stand in this room with me now. I don't like it. Tell me about it. I've been here since 1983. Or whenever. I don't know when God started, but... Religious. I don't know if there's a God. That's all I can say honestly is I don't know. Some people think that they know that there isn't. That's a weird thing to think you can know. Yeah, there's no God. Are you sure? Yeah, no, there's no God. How do you know? Because I didn't see him. There's a vast universe you can see for about 100 yards when there's not a building in the way. How could you possibly... Did you look everywhere? Did you look in the downstairs bathroom? Where have you looked so far? No, I didn't see him yet. I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave yet. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm waiting until it comes on cable. I think if there is a God, I don't know if it's the one in the Bible, because that's a weird story. He's our Father, and we're his children. That's it. Our Father who art in heaven. Where's our mother? What happened to our mom? What did he do to our mom? Something happened. Somewhere in heaven there's a porch with a dead lady under it, and I want this story. Somebody's got to check the trunk of God's car.
for bleach and rope and fibers. Well, how can we not have a mother? At least maybe God's divorced. Maybe he has an ex-wife. God's a single dad, and he's raising us alone, and we're praying like, and he's like, I'm trying, it's just me up here. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe your life is your time. This is our weekend with Dad. That's what life is your weekend. And then when you die, you go to Mom's house. It makes sense that God would be a woman, doesn't it? Because you're raised by your mom. I think the reason we made God a man in our cultures is because we want to make sense of the fact that men are in charge. Because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. Because women, you start with the woman. It's the thing people like to ask, like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Of course it's the egg. Because you can't just make a chicken. You can't just go chicken. You got to start with an egg and grow chicken. And then people say, oh, well, where did the egg come from? From a chicken, you idiot. Women birthed us, women raised us, so why aren't they running things? I think I know why. I think it's because millions of years ago, women were in charge, and they were mean, they were horrible. They made us walk around naked, and they'd laugh at you, and they'd flick your penis when you walk by. They were awful. But what could you do? It's your mom and her friends. Like, what could you possibly do about it? And then one guy punched his mom, and we were like, we can hit them! And then we did the whole thing. But that's why men are mean to women today, because we're terrified of them. That's why we didn't give women the vote till 1920. Women didn't get the vote in this country. That means American democracy is 94 years old. There are 3 people in my building older than American democracy. That's how women have had a rough time. It was so okay to beat your wife until so recently that today we have a kind of shirt named after it. There's a piece of clothing in our culture affectionately nicknamed after beating the crap out of your wife. And for some reason, this is offensive to nobody. I saw a woman on Good Morning America or something. She's like, I was walking around my house and a wife beater. I'm like, stop saying it like it's not horrible. I'm just wearing a wife beater and child murder shorts that I like, stop kidding. We have a great show. Sam Smith is here. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Woo! We get to kill babies! Do some shots and kill some babies.
I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded.
I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering babies. But again, women should be allowed because 2 reasons I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Number 1, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Hello. Nice to be here. How are you doing? Good. Good. Nice to be here. I'm broke. Anybody else broke? You ever get so broke that the bank starts charging you money for not having enough money? That's fucking broke, man. Bank called me up. They're like, "Hi, we're calling because you don't have enough money." I'm like, "I know." She's like, "Sir, you have insufficient funds." Well, that's a good way to put it, too. I agree with that. I find my funds to be grossly insufficient. Thanks for calling. Why are you mad at me? I don't understand what. How is this something I'm doing to you? She's like, "Sir, you only have $20. That's not enough. You can't only have $20. I'm like, "Look, I'm not being broke just to fuck with you. I just really don't have any money. I'm not trying to be a dick. I just My life is shitty. What? So they charged me. They charged me $15. That's how much it costs to only have $20. But here's the fucked up part. Now I only have $5. What did I pay the $15 for if I don't get to have the $20 that I paid to have? I paid the fucking money. Where's my $20? That's like going to the movies. You buy your ticket and they go, get the fuck out of here. Go home. But I paid for the movie. No, you paid for a ticket, motherfucker. You didn't pay for a movie. You ever have negative money? That's depressing, isn't it? You look in your bank account, negative $10. That's how much I have now. Negative 10. That means I don't even have no money now. I wish I did. I wish I didn't have anything. I wish I just had nothing, but I have less than that. I don't have none. I have not 10. I can't, I'm like, if it's free, I can't fucking afford it. Somebody could come up to me, take this, it's free. Fuck, that costs nothing. I can't afford that. That's more than I have. I gotta raise $10 to be broke. That's where I'm at. That's not good. That's bad. Apparently some of you are in the same fucking position. How's your economy doing? Shit. No, I'm glad you appreciate that story. Not everybody appreciates that story. I told that story about a week ago in Orange County, California, and all these rich motherfuckers looking at me with their boat tans and their golf shirts and penny loafers. They're all looking at me like, well, yeah. Like, you were financially irresponsible, you had to pay the price. I don't frankly see what you're angry about. The bank has a right to accrue a fee, clearly. That's how different it is to be rich than it is to be poor, because when you're rich, the bank pays you for being rich. If you have a lot of money, they give you money because you have a lot of money. They say, you have so much money that we should give you some. Because you have a lot, you should have more. Here, take more money. Take this guy's 15, fuck him, you should have it. It makes perfect sense. He doesn't have enough, you have a lot. Fine, take it all, you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. You ever get so broke it just becomes funny to you after a while? You're like, Jesus Christ! I have no fucking money! Jesus! People call you, hi, we're gonna turn off the... Yeah, fuck it! Turn it off, man! Turn it off! I don't give a shit! When can you make a payment? I ain't paying anything! What am I gonna fucking pay you with? I fucking sold the phone. I don't need it now. Damn it, man. This shit's brutal. I live in New York too, and man, you can't get along with no money in New York. You gotta live in these tiny places. I have this apartment, right? And we have this. Okay, here's the toilet, right? I'm on the toilet. This is how small the apartment is. The tub is right here, like right next to the toilet. Then there's a wall, like right fucking here, like right. There's no. You get squeezed in, and here's the worst part. I have to put a foot in the tub to use this toilet, because otherwise I gotta go like this. Who shits like this with their knees together? I'm pooping. No, you gotta fucking dig in. Motherfucker! You gotta get into it. And in order to achieve this position, I have to put a foot in the tub. Now try putting a foot in the tub when your pants are at your ankles. You can't. They both want to go, right? So I have to take off the whole pant leg, which means I have to take a shoe off every time I take a shit. Every time. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of times it fucking isn't okay. Sometimes I didn't plan effectively, and I'm 10 blocks from my house, and I've got to shit. You know when you can't run because you'll bounce it out, so you got to kind of glide, and you're going, come on! God damn it! And you stop occasionally. Fuck, fuck, fuck! Come on, man! God. Okay, I'm gonna make it. 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 And I always get to this point where, like, I'm gonna make it. I'm fucking fine. I'm fine. Mind over matter. I'm gonna make it. And then I see my house. I just see it. And my eyes tell the rest of me, fuck it, man. Let go. We're here. There's no need to hold on anymore. We've made it. Because my eyes are fucking retarded, and they don't know the difference between the outside and the inside of my house. So now I got like Olympic seconds to fucking get in my house and open the door to the bathroom, and I gotta take a fucking shoe off? Are you... I have shit my pants 13 times. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. All right. Oh, shut up. You better leave now. It doesn't get any better. Anyway. No, fine, sorry, blah, blah. So anyway, no money. I guess I'm white trash officially, and white trash is a very funny expression to me because it's the only racial expression you can use, and no one gets offended. Nobody gives a shit. When you say white trash, nobody gets all quiet like, hey man, why are you talking like that? That's not cool. Nobody defends white trash. You can be talking to the most liberal hippie in the world. You go, hey, I saw this guy, he was white trash. He'll go, ha ha, fuck that guy. White trash piece of shit. Let's laugh at him because he's poor and he's starving to death. Fucking loser. He lives in a trailer because he can't afford a house. Let's go shit right in his face right now. That's why they're funny to us, because they're fucking poor. He wears stupid clothes because they're fucking free so he can eat. Ha fucking ha! Man, it's depressing in this country. You ever drive through whole towns where everybody's life is shit in the whole town? Everybody's just standing in front of their house like... I don't know, man. This is a weird election, too. People got weird, man. I was driving through this town in upstate New York. This guy's standing there with a sign that says, honk if you love America. Now, I love America, but I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing, man? This is your day? You're gonna stand at this red light with this fucking sign? What is wrong with you? And he's looking at me because he's angry that I haven't honked yet. And now he's trying to intimidate me. He's like, fucking honk, motherfucker! Honk! And then I decide, you know what, I'm not honking. And you know why? Because fuck this guy, that's why. He doesn't get to decide this rule for the whole fucking intersection. Just because he's got a magic marker and no job, now I have to honk? Or otherwise I'm a fucking commie? Fuck him. What if I go up to him with a t-shirt that says, lick my balls if you love Jesus? Come on, man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. What are you, a Jew? Lick him!
I love animals, I do. I do. We have a weird relationship to animals. We name them and we play with them and we kill them and we eat them and we stuff them and we draw them. I have a dog. I love my dog, but I don't know my dog. We've never had a conversation, not one time. I talk and she just hears She looks at me and I'm like, yes. She's like, what? You don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Fuck you. I don't know this bitch. I have no idea what she's thinking. I really wish I did. I wish I knew what she was thinking. It's my biggest wish maybe in life is that I knew, because I know she has thoughts. I know she does. There's no way she's just like, dog. There's stuff going on in here. I've seen it. You ever watch your dog make a decision? You ever watch your dog just walk in the room and then look around like... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Why? Please tell me why. I think my dog thinks I'm insane. Because I look at my life through her eyes. Like, I'll watch TV for 4 hours. And from my dog's point of view, I'm just sitting there. Why the fuck is he laughing? What happened? My dog is my life now because my kids are growing up. My kids are in college and they're all, you know, I'm an empty nester. That's what you call it when your kids are gone, because they grew up, not if they're dead. It's not used that way. My daughter died of leukemia. Hey, you're an empty nester. I miss it. I miss having little kids. I think about it all the time. I think about it maybe adopting, you know? I could adopt a baby from a third world country. That's a good thing to do, because you can just leave them outside. You don't have to... You know, it's interesting. We've been adopting babies from other countries in America for a long time. You know, other countries do it too, but I live here, so I'll talk about that. But it's an interesting thing. It's not a biological imperative to go get a baby from thousands of miles away, but we've been doing that in large numbers here for a long time. And not always for the same reasons. There's been different reasons why we've done it. In the early, like in the 70s, when I grew up, sometimes you meet a couple who had an African baby that they brought because they're those kind of, you know, these kinds of people, you know, the kind of couples that hold hands when they announce things. You know those kind of people? They gather their friends and they're like, we've decided. You know those? They have a farm table with a clay pot of honey on it. And their apple juice is cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the kind of people that make a trip to Zimbabwe and get a baby and name him Kevin and send him to Boston College, whatever. That was like the 70s and 80s. Then in the 90s, it became very popular with gay couples started to adopt babies from China because they want to have a baby, but they can't. They both have dicks. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that? Gay couples have 2 dicks. So they can't make a baby. You can try. You can... It's really fucking... You could try to come into one dick with the other. Like, if you line up the dick holes, and you can come and the sperm goes up this dick and down that one. And then the sperm gets to the balls and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did we turn around? Because we're in the balls again. Whose balls are these? These aren't even his balls. Oh, he's gay. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's just swim around till we're dead. It's just the way it is. You're not gonna... A baby will never come out of a penis. It's good. It's a good thing. Because it's hard for women. Imagine pushing a whole baby out of your penis dick hole. Even just a hand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why gay couples adopt. That's why. And often from China, because they make a lot of stuff there. So that was that. That was the gay couples were adopting Chinese babies because they couldn't have babies, and then a lot of other couples started doing it more around the turn of the century. I used to live in Hollywood, which is a pretty awful place, and everybody there gets Chinese babies. It's very popular. They go and it's not because they can't have babies, and it's not because they're trying to help somebody from far away. It's because they're just busy. They're busy. They want to have a baby, but they don't want to have a baby. You know what I mean? That thing where you can't have your baby and eat it too, or whatever. I don't know how that works. They don't want to get pregnant, is the point. So they go to China. They don't even go to China. They go to the airport, and somebody from China meets them, gives them a baby. It's true. They just take it home, and then they get a Jamaican nanny to watch their Chinese baby. And they go to cocktail parties. We have a Chinese baby. It's amazing. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is this? Why can't either of us see our families? Why? What the fuck is the point of this?
That's what I do. I just look at women. I just, like they're, cakes and windows. I just, I was walking in New York once, and there's these two very cute women walking behind me, and I was trying to walk slowly so I could hear what they were saying to each other, because they were cute. So I wanted to hear them, like that's gonna help me in any way to hear them. Don't you wish the guy walking in front of us would squeeze our tits for like 1 second? Okay. It's really a flaw in men that we would all do that. If you're a woman, you could ask any guy on planet Earth, can you squeeze my tit for 1 second? And 100% of us will go, oh yes, of course. That doesn't matter. I could be doing open heart surgery. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, don't worry, he's not your tits, don't worry about it. I don't know why we love tits so much. Some people say it's because we breastfeed, but so do women. Or, baby women. Not grown-up women don't usually. You don't see like a 68-year-old woman, like a stately look, like Sigourney Weaver, like sucking milk out of a young woman's tit. Thank you, Deborah. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's not usually the thing, is the elderly breastfeeding from the young. Except for at the end of The Grapes of Wrath, which I don't mean to ruin that book for you, but you should have read it by now. I don't know if you read The Grapes of Wrath, but that's how it ends, with an old dying man sucking milk out of a young girl's tit. And then the book is over. And you're like, Jesus, what happened at the end there? That's crazy. There's no other book in that genre. There's no dense, historic classic that ends with a weird, porny paragraph at the very... And then Anna Karenina shat on his chest. Holy moly with that! The end. Oh my God! That is a violent shift in tone at the end of that book. I've been reading this book for 3 months. But we do, we love tits. I'm so sick of being broke. I'm broke. I'm just always keep digging this hole. And most people are broke too. That's the thing. This country's just, everybody's broke. That's why I don't like George Bush, but I didn't like Kerry either, because they're fucking both rich and they don't get it. They don't know what it's like to be poor. Like, poor people know what it's like to be rich. They know exactly what it's like because they fantasize about it constantly. Every poor person has their whole rich life all planned out. Every detail. I'm gonna have a house made of chocolate, and people are gonna blow me as I walk in each room. They're gonna be waiting. I'm gonna wipe my ass with live rabbits and throw them out the window. And... got it all worked out.
But rich people don't fantasize about being poor. Why the fuck would they do that? I'll have to take the bus everywhere. Yeah!
I just want to know about this cartoon. I'm enamored with this cartoon.
Yeah. Nobody cares
For a
about the
free 14-day, look it. Can you not take a little glory? I've seen you with a big cartoon too, Mr.
I think it's great, but we talked about it for a long time.
I don't care. Wait a minute, Louis. Just
Not
hold
that
on.
important.
See, it's something about pushy Hispanics.
You know what?
Pushy Hispanics, Louis C.K. It says
But you're a guy that needs to be cut off sometimes. Because you're
all the time, but I just
otherwise it would all be you. You can't be a minority because any room with you, you're so big and loud and talk a lot.
Why don't you just say Lynch so I can ask for the fire? Just say it.
The black people got to stop stealing, and gay people have to stop hurting God, and Jews have to stop manipulating the media. And then you got to get to the root of the problem.
As soon as anybody but black people admit that there's racism,
no, it's going to stop when we're all the same color.
It's like we think racism is the boogeyman or the Loch Ness monster. Nobody white ever says it, unless it's a joking manner.
Exactly. No, I remember when Venus and Serena Williams complained that they get racist attitudes thrown at them on tour.
Right.
Like people yell stuff at them during matches and stuff. And so they asked Martina Hingis, the Swiss player. So that's as white as it gets, the Swiss.
Of course.
And she said, I'm on the same tour and I don't see the racism. Yeah, they don't really. They reserve it for the Williams sisters.
She's too busy doing drugs. Those Williams sisters, just because they call you Niglet doesn't mean anything.
Think of all the technology we have to invent to be more racist.
We're not that good at anything else. We're amazing at that.
What do you mean we're?
I don't understand why you keep grouping yourself in, Spick. You're a red-headed plumber. You're a farmer.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Don't
that's
pick
how
my
great.
spinach. Stop with the weed. You're an albino Mexican.
But that's how powerful. That's how powerful whiteness is, that it transcends Mexicanness.
It does purify everything.
It does. You can be born in Africa of African black parents and be named Mumbamba. If you're white, come on, but join the health club. Join the club.
Oh, man.
Get to the front of the bus, my friend. I don't care where you're from.
Black president? No way in hell.
You know how many arguments I've had with my girlfriend over racist remarks I make? She can't believe I make them. She's like, would you say that in front of Patrice?
Well, yeah, in front of me.
Of course.
Yeah. Not most.
By the way,
Gavin, no.
By the way, hate me then. By the way, what Patrice hate me.
What Patrice called Louis got dumped. You just can't.
What? Did it really?
Yeah.
It got. But I was calling Louis that, and he said okay.
It's just ridiculous.
That's a bad one.
On behalf of all Mexicans, I accept the phrase and.
Yeah, whatever. Let's play more Dr. Phil audio here.
Only if you put N-SPAN.
I do, though, feel for anybody.
Oh, my God. You should be hit with a brick, but that was funny.
At least now everyone knows what the hell we were talking about.
N-SPAN.
All right, listen, here we go. Gamers, why?